Hey buddy, it's John. We are back over here on this same piece of property we've been on for a little bit. Let's call it the farm. 160 acre farm, I believe it is. And where we did the pond work and we did the fixing around the creek, fixed up some spots and some trails. So what I got over here is, as you can see, they got some eroding. This is their barn for their, they got their tractor and stuff like that in it, side by side. And I got the house and the roads right up here. But when they put this in, see that's eroding right there and it's washing out. It's not very good dirt at all. It's just red clay. So really whoever built this pad, I wouldn't have built it the way they did, but it is what it is. So right now the water goes down to the gravel and runs across the gravel. You can see the red stain in the gravel. Should have been, you know, set back this way and a trench like that all the way around. But the problem is there's an internet cable and there's a water line going through the crest of this hill here. Water lines over there. So one of the issues is I wanted to just go through and just pull this hill back, soften the slope and do all that to it, kind of hog this out and get a nice drain going out down this way. So we went back and forth, you know, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Biggest thing is they want to stop the water from going down here. So I'm going to create a berm. I say berm, it's only going to be 12 inches tall, something like that. Starting about here and going down and hooking in around that. So any of this watershed that comes off here will hit this berm and then go out and around. It'll be a like little berm, and then I'll put some of this topsoil out down around this. That's one thing I'm doing. Other thing is we're connecting a drive from there, gonna come up right through here. I'm gonna put a pipe underneath this. We're basically building something very similar to this. It's hard to tell on the camera, but there's a little berm right here to keep the water from going down this way. So driveway's coming up and hooking into that one so they can go down here. So I'll get all this grass stripped off and ready to go, get this cleaned up. It had a bunch of this privet growing in the edge of it. Need to clean up this edge. Yesterday they were calling for rain, so I didn't get too crazy into it, but just dress this all up around here so they can get some grass growing, make it look nice out around the barn. But when they did this build over here, when they cut in this little road, the guy just took all the brush and just shoved it right down here along the edge, the bottom edge, and it was just basically a dam right there. And so any of this water that came down this way, it just stopped right there. And just, so they were having all kinds of pooling issues, stuff like that going on here. It was just a sloppy, muddy mess to go through. This is like equipment shed, and then a bunch of field food plots and stuff like that up that way. So they want to keep this road, you know, they can come in from here or here with a side-by-side or tractor and go out that way. So I want to keep that high. I don't want to dig it down, but over here I'm going to need some topsoil. So I'm going to take the dozer and start stripping some of that off and pile it up here, scoop it up with a skid steer, drive it around over to there. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I got to strip that grass off too. So this, and then that way we'll, you know, be able to get this more of a pitch off the edge of this road and get the water out and away from it is kind of the idea. So yesterday with that rain, I just cut this little ditch in right here real quick, just try to get the water out and away from the road. Here's what I did with all the brush and all the topsoil and just trash stuff that was over here. Pushed it up over here in this pile, then put some topsoil over the edge like that, and that way weeds will grow up in it and you won't hardly know it's there. See, this is what they did. They just pushed it up like that, and it just looks kind of crappy to me, but it is what it is. We could spend a lot of time here. It's more of an aesthetics thing, but I personally don't like doing it like that, but it is what it is. Here's what they did. You know, they just shoved it up in a pile right here on the edge, but it's not a whole lot different than that, I know. I just try to make it look as nice and neat as possible. That's just me. I don't want to look at it. I wouldn't want anybody else to look at it. And I'll kind of feather it out a little bit, throw some grass seed on it when I'm done. So let's hop in the dozer and start getting some soil stripped off and ready to go over there. All right, I got that topsoil from down here moved up here, so let's take a look, see kind of what we got. It's pretty clumpy, a little wet, moist. So I think this should be enough dirt. We're gonna hop on the dozer. You need to put some fuel in it, park the truck over here. So that's what I got. I think that should do it. So I'll take the dozer, kind of curve it up there, and then bank it this way. Try to create a swale on that side so the water does not end up down this gravel. That's the plan. Need to get this strap out of the way. I think this is like one of them, I don't know what you call it, where they like stand on it and stuff. Maybe this is just the little kiddos or something. I also need to start stripping out this grass, get this grass out of the way through here, so whenever they come with the stone, and I need to get that ditched right there, put my pipe in. Need a piece of angle iron. Just about got it all cleaned up over here. Just doing a couple final touches on this little road section here. I really want to get the seed and straw down tonight. So I ended up doing this side too. I wasn't planning on doing this side, but I just went ahead and matched it, put topsoil in, so it has a continuous bowl, kind of half moon all the way around the front of this thing. I'll show you from the front, but definitely looks a lot better now. So let's get this road finished up, and then hopefully start seeding and strawing here soon. I don't want to wait too long because it does have a little bit of moisture in it still for the seed. And that straw will help so it doesn't wash out or anything. I had to move the dozer and excavator to the other end of to where we get out, and I was like, I'll just walk down here and just see how the pond's looking. Starting to see some grass pop up. Nothing too crazy, but there's some, hey little guys, a little bit of grass coming up right there. It's trying. It'll be oh yeah, you can really see it through there. Oh, let's see here, it'll be a week. Good bit there coming up. Had a little bit of washing there, but it's not the end of the world. Looking good. Got my trash rack built, put on. Yeah, it's starting to come up for sure. With that rain last night, I'm sure it came up even more. So it's actually coming up faster than I expected it to. But now you can see some more grass right here. So let me think here. What are we at? A week and 4 days, something like that. So 8 days, 10 days, something like that. Yep, looking good. All right, so I got this roughed out with the dozer. Gonna finish it off with the skid steer, dress all this up, and then I'm gonna start seeding and strawing up there, work my way back. I know it's a road built out of topsoil, but it is what it is. I mean, it's more or less a ATV tractor path, that type of stuff. But I wanted to keep it elevated as much as I could, so the road would be here, and then the watershed would be on this side. As long as I kept it high, I think we'll be all right. And the plan is to let grass grow in it and weeds and stuff, and then they'll bush hog it. And they do have another route they can take that goes up along there to come around this side when it's super muddy. So gonna hop in the skid steer, dress this off real quick, and then hopefully start seeding and strawing this. I got Adam coming out tomorrow. Their truck's Green Tree and Construction. They're coming to do the drop 2 loads. We're actually doing millings up there, so get those put in. But yeah, it looks super good right through there. All right, let me get this finished off. All right guys, we're back over here on this little grading around the barn project. So I just about got it wrapped up. I ended up getting we got millings for this right here to kind of help match their driveway up there. We were going to do 57 stone, but on this slope and if you don't have a good base, it tends to roll real bad. But I think I got it pretty much. I'll just have to rake out a few things here or there. Got it all packed in, but I have to do a bunch of mulching over here. Well, I might be able to go up there through the yard and stay out of this if I can. But anyways, I got to do a bunch of mulching in the back as soon as I finish spreading out this straw. But I ended up putting one more scoop of dirt right here. I know it's hard to see with the straw in there now, but I got a swale that's going right down through there. So any of this watershed coming off here will hit this and then go out around. You know, we still have some water coming off the drive here, but I mean, the proper way to do it would be to ditch that way and then ditch that way at the bottom of these hills, instead of the water just coming and following that through there. But like I said before, there's a water line and a fiber optic line over here. So it is what it is. I don't want to get into hitting those and having to move those and stuff, and this is kind of the best solution we came up with. It works. But you know, I got this one all regraded, and then I got all this down here finished out. I can't remember if I'm saying this over again. I'm sorry, I can't remember what I said yesterday. But you know, that's all done. I got seed on it, and left the road a little high, tried to. But anyways, I'm gonna go as far as the straw is gonna go. Then I'm going to I gotta fuel up this thing, get the mulcher, put the bucket and forks on I brought the semi with me today. So yeah, just kind of wrapping up over here. This will be the last day over this project. Almost here 2 weeks on this piece of property. Maybe miss a day or so here because of the weather, but let's get this straw spread out and then hopefully get to mulching here about an hour or so. All right, guys, there it is. It is done. Got all the way up to the gravel right here. So they're gonna stay off this and not drive on it and use that path that goes around this way. Whew. Wonder why I didn't get that straw blower. The straw blower is pretty much a 2-man, maybe 3-man job. And yeah, I don't have 2 to 3 men. 1 to 2, sorry, 1 to 2 man. I ain't got that, and that's all right. I got it done. Oh man, and the straw was super wet, so I had it left out on the trailer. Oh, AC feels good. It's getting a little humid and sticky out there. But yeah, so thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for some mulching, some shooting lanes. So have a good one, y'all.